In this video, I will draw and shade a sphere. So to begin, I've got some drawing paper and a sphere that likes to keep moving on me. And I'm just using a number 2 pencil. I'm trying to use more arm motion instead of finger and wrist motion in making my outline of a circle. Notice I keep going over and over and over again until I have a nice rounded shape. Next, I'm going to try to indicate the area that I want to stay light. So I've decided the top left part of my sphere I want to keep light, and the rest of my sphere I want to make darker. So I'm going to try to start shading in that part a little bit darker. I'm using a blending stick, and I want to just kind of get a nice area shaded along the outside edges of my sphere. Now, when I use a blending stick, it's really kind of nice to try to keep it on the side instead of on the tip so that you can get a more smoothly blended area and so that you don't have to sharpen it really ever. So I'm trying to keep the top left light and then get darker and darker and darker as I get away from that area. So I'm just trying to kind of color with my blending stick to start shading in some of the darker areas of my sphere. And the goal is to try to make it look more 3D by having it go from light to dark. Next, I'm going to use my pencil to add a little bit more shading to my sphere. So I'm trying to get the outside area a little bit darker by adding some more pencil lines, kind of in a rounded motion here, while still maintaining the light areas of my sphere. Notice when I shade that my shaded area kind of follows the roundness of the sphere. So it isn't a straight line, but it's a curved line to make the sphere look like a rounded object. Now my shading is not very smooth yet, so I have to kind of keep working at it so that it's a little bit smoother. And I'm still trying to darken the darker areas of the sphere as well. So you'll have to kind of work at it a little bit to try to get a smooth shading from one area to the next, but this hopefully gives you an idea of what we're trying to do. I'm going to continue making it darker, continuing to shade darker, and I could really be working on this for a very long time to try to get smooth transitions from light to dark. I also will be adding a little shadow on the opposite side down here just by using my blending stick to kind of smear out some of that color. So this just gives you a general quick idea on how you would shade and draw a sphere. Again, you could continue working on kind of blending and smoothing out those transitions a little bit more if you would like. I'm using my eraser to clean up my edges a little bit. I could also erase out some of the lights if I accidentally got too dark in those areas. So there you have a general drawing and shading of a sphere. Thanks for watching.